Hi everybody, AstroTarotJohn here, and today is Sunday, February 1st, 2026, and this is your daily one-card draw using Cyril Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams, which is an absolutely gorgeous tarot deck. And once again, twice in 3 days, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the page of air, so his message is about acting honestly and ethically, speaking directly, digging and finding out information, and being objective. So what does he have to say to us today? Well, to me, his first message for us today is about finding out the facts in a given situation. Folks, a lot of times in situations in our lives, people will tell us things about what's going on before we find out for ourselves. So my first piece of advice to you today is if you're in a given situation and someone has told you information secondhand, go find out for yourself what's really going on. This whole idea of whisper down the lane, or what we used to call telephone when I was a kid, where one person tells another person who tells another person, is not a good way of getting information, because a lot of things get skewed, or information gets lost, or vital parts of the information are not transmitted. It's important for you to find out the facts of any given situation, whether it is a world event, whether it's a work event, whether it's something going on in your personal life, or whether it's something going on in a community organization. You need to be aware of what the facts are. So the Page of Swords says, go and objectively find out the facts, especially before you speak out or make any decisions about what you want to do. So that's the first thing. Linked with that is the idea of speaking honestly and directly. When you are faced with situations, it's really important not to tiptoe around important problems or challenges. When you have to have a conversation with someone, speak honestly and directly. Don't tiptoe, don't equivocate, don't use euphemisms. Say things for what they are. That way, we can make sure that we're all on the same page. One of the things that I was trained to do when I was working for the federal government was when we were talking to people who were in really bad situations as victims and families of victims, was we were taught to tell them the truth. We weren't taught to use euphemisms. We were taught to tell them the truth. And I think that's an important part of any kind of discussion that we have with people. We need to make sure people understand exactly what's going on. And we can do so in a way that's nice and professional. I'm not saying be rude. I'm saying tell people what's really going on to make sure everyone understands what's up. Okay. So that's part two. Part three is be resilient. This can be very difficult. I mean, the weather doesn't help, folks. Here in Northern Virginia, it's been very, very cold for the last week or so, okay? I mean, it's been below freezing for the last 9 days now, and a lot of people are feeling the need to hunker down, and I certainly get that. It is important to be resilient. Keep your head up high. Come back. Try again. It is frustrating. I know for me, sometimes with these videos, it seems like they're coming out too small. I'll try to upload them to various platforms and they won't come out exactly right. And I have to go back and try again and again and again. So this message is for me as well as for you. We have to be resilient. And the Page of Swords is the perfect message for us today to do that. In any case, thanks so much for watching. As always, my name is AstroTarotJohn, and I look forward to seeing you across my table soon, whether virtually or in person.